Alright, let me give you the full tour of super fluffy pink bunny from the land of candy and rainbows. He's all nice and sparkly. Let's take off the lid here and look inside, shall we? Okay. First thing you'll notice, speed controller back here. This is my electronics box. I have an inverter, a power DC to DC converter, and radio control, and a cap to keep power to my radio control. And then I've got two NPC T74s that have been modded with new shafts to help it survive a lot bigger hits, which is nice. 10-inch solid rubber tires and some extra rubber bumpers there, you know. A very important bunny behind polycarb, which is nice. This is actually probably one of the last robots in the competition actually run off lead acids, but hey, they're cheap and they add weight, which is kind of what I needed to do for this. Alrighty, so let's pull out the combat inspection checklist. Let's see. Robot name, yep, super fluffy pink bunny from the land of candy and rainbows. Team Randolph, alright. Radio brand is going to be the Spectrum. So, encoded just fine, no big deal. Let's see. The weight, when I actually weigh it right now, is 190. Very nice. Event photo taken, not mandatory, doesn't matter. Visual inspection, safety covers. Yes, I actually 3D printed safety covers for the battery terminals, so you can actually get in there and you don't have any way for them to short if people touch it wrong. Everything else is heat tube shrinked and everything like that, extremely protected, no exposed wires. Alright, no internal combustion, AMG or hazmat, none of that. Master power switch, that's right here. It's actually driven off of an Allen wrench so that, you know, it can't be knocked by accident. So I can turn that all the way off, spin it, and now it's on. Alright, battery terminals are covered. We already talked about the batteries. The weapon is a wedge. One of the things that you have to do is you have to have a physical weapon safety lock. Or for a wedge, you just pretty much need to make sure the sharp edge doesn't hurt anybody. So I 3D printed a little cover here that is very heavy, solid ABS plastic, and that will slide over just like that once you get it on. And then, you know, you just twist the little wire. I gotta find some bungee cord, but that's it. And that'll hold that on. Okay, let's see. Master power switch, we saw that work. Power status LED, we saw that work. All right. Mobility and control. I'll turn that on. And as you can see, controls just fine. Let me set that controller down. All right, let's see. Radio failsafe. Radio failsafe. Pretty much, I'm gonna have to sit there and go full speed, and then turn off my controller, and then the wheels have to stop. That means it passed radio failsafe. Pretty much, robot can't get out of control, which is nice. One cool little feature that I have in my robot is that I have an inverter circuit. So what happens is that if I'm going forward, you see the wheels go forward and backwards and all of that, and left and right. Well, let's say I get inverted, somebody flips me over, anything like that. I have one extra switch here that I flip, and now forward is reverse, right is left, left is right, and that way I can actually drive it backwards or upside down just by flipping a switch, and I don't have to mess with it. Keeps it nice and simple. You can actually see the switch modes in there. When I actually change it, you see it flashing. That means it's inverted. That's it. My own personal safety check. Done. Up and running.